Hey guys,
Hi.
how you doing? We're coming to you from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
What? Oklahoma?
Getting through the states.
Party times. So we left Texas. No, we left Texas yesterday, but we only
Yeah.
drove. But we entered. So we left Amarillo, Texas yesterday night. And we drove for maybe an hour or two, something like that.
Yeah.
We stopped in Oklahoma. We got into Oklahoma, and then it was a long day.
Crashed into
And
sleep.
then we
not with the car.
went to sleep. Yeah, we did not crash the car. Thank you, Jesus, our rock and our salvation. So today we made it to Oklahoma City. And highways in Oklahoma, not as good as Texas, but not too bad. Not as bad as New Mexico. New Mexico was atrocious. But anyways, we roll into Oklahoma City. Just first impression, looks like a nice city. Looks relatively clean. And so we rolled in to a town close to Oklahoma City, got McDonald's, and then went into Oklahoma City to do delivery for lunchtime. And so we started around like 11:30-ish, maybe 11:38. We delivered for about 2 hours, and it was here. We're just gonna move this over, get more of my wife in there. She's pretty. But it was not good in Oklahoma City.
What,
for delivery.
$5
Yeah,
total?
we got $25 out of 2 hours, and I would like to walk away from the lunchtime with at least $50, $40 to $50 at least, preferably more like $75 for a lunchtime. Between like 11 and 2 or 3. But we went to the far northern part of Oklahoma City, Edwards, and then we delivered closer, like in the city. Closer in the city was better, certainly. More offers, but the offers were still sporadic, and some of them were not good. We had a few that were good. But literally a few.
But it was like 10 offers total or something.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
Like, compare this to where we were successful, which is up in Washington.
Yeah.
Where we got before we left, we did 2 deliveries and we got over $60.
Yeah.
Like,
just
from 2
completely
deliveries.
different. Yeah, just completely different ball field. The gas out here is a lot cheaper. It's a good 50 or more cents cheaper per gallon.
Yeah.
Like the gas stations we've been passing, because we ended up leaving Oklahoma City, and we're trucking it for around Nashville. Trying to get there today would be nice if we can get there, because the wifey has a friend near there in Franklin. So anyways, we'll go there and try delivery and see how that goes, and connect with her friend and the hubby. But we're really enjoying it today. We're talking and driving, but we're getting towards the eastern part of Oklahoma, and what's really cool is that there's a lot of little ponds and some lakes, and it started to shift towards the wetter side of the United States, like pretty much the eastern half of the United States. It's been pretty much from California, except for high elevations, but basically California through Texas that we drove on is just dry and desert and death.
Yes.
That's an
Texas,
exaggeration. It's
just you can look in any direction and you see the horizon, because it's just, there's no trees, there's no that, it's just empty void. It just goes into the void, essentially.
And it's beautiful.
It's
being
vast.
able to see to the horizon, and we were in in Texas, in Amarillo, it was. I mean, this is wintertime. That was probably what's the date today? January 2nd or 3rd? No, it's the 3rd today.
3rd, yeah.
Yeah, so it was yesterday. We're in Amarillo, January 2nd, and it was still light on the horizon past 6:30, but we could see to the horizon basically. There was nothing blocking it, and so that was nice. It was nice because it's like I've been missing the sun.
Yeah, up in Washington, even during the light hours, it was just overcast.
Yeah,
so,
it was getting dreary.
Yeah.
And man, I have a lot of gray hairs. Oh my goodness.
You're getting wiser.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's. I wonder who we can trick into saying that. Anyways, so but yeah, just one little thing that I wanted to talk about today in this video was, I mean, we're giving our little update, but so one of the things about van life, we are van lifers for now. We won't be doing it forever, but that's what we're doing for now. We love the adventure. It is a cramped quarters, but we've gotten used to it and we're happy.
Yeah. We're both high quality time people, so that helps.
We're both we're definitely quality time people, and so being together we enjoy that. But one of the two challenges of van life is what to do with using the bathroom and getting rid of garbage. And so the nice thing about the East that we've been seeing is that in Texas and here in Oklahoma, they have these dumpsters by the side of the road in some places where we can get rid of garbage. So I'll just turn you around here so you can get a face full of my hand. But here's the side of the road, and there's this little rest stop, and so so we're like taking that opportunity and dumping our trash and more unmentionables that we won't get into because it's disgusting and gross. But
that soda bottle wasn't that bad. Oh
yeah, that's true. But so it is a thing. Normally, the way that we deal with garbage is behind the passenger seat. You see that little wrapper? Well, that's to a garbage bag, and so we normally get something like 13-gallon garbage bags, and we use them if we need to use the bathroom in the car, like it's pretty much an emergency, because we have a bucket for that. And but these bags actually that we picked up from, was it Winco maybe?
Yeah.
These smell good, so that's nice. So that keeps the car smelling better, at least to some extent.
Yes.
So we'll keep garbage in that, but we try not to let it get too full, because if it gets really big, then so what we like to do is like at like grocery stores, they'll have trash cans, or outside maybe convenience stores, we'll throw our garbage away in those. But we also...
We usually got the garbage from them anyway. So.
Yeah. Well, and we also, like, not always, but we try to give them money. Like, we try to shop there. So if we go, like, shop at Winco, we may throw something away, but we're also spending money. So we're not just using society or glumming off them. We like to take responsibility for ourselves. And... So, so we like convenience stores, grocery stores, usually. And so, like, for us to be able to, like, pull off into, like, this rest area and have a dumpster where we can throw away is actually quite a treat for us. In van life, there's no garbage service. You don't just put in a garbage can and then someone comes by and picks it up once a week.
No.
We're I would not say actually fortunate for us. We like to travel. We like to go to different places. So for us to be somewhere for a week is actually a pretty big deal. But yeah, so that's how we deal with garbage. Seems like in this part of the United States, we'll have another option for dealing with garbage, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And
instead of like pulling out, let's throw away 3 cups, like soda cups or something. Because there's a little trash can right there, we can like drop them in.
Yeah. So there is that kind of 2 ways, because we have the garbage can, we have garbage we've thrown into it. But then, like, one of the things that we have been, I think, making more of a habit out of is throwing garbage away a little bit at a time. So if we go get some like a couple ramens and a sandwich or something like that at a grocery store like Winco or whatever it might be, wherever we eat it, if we're at a convenience store, then we'll try to throw it away, or in the parking lot of the grocery store, we'll try to throw it away. Not always, but sometimes we'll try to throw it away right at that point. And then that just keeps the garbage from building and building and building until our bag is full. But we're like, okay, well, this bag that we had of garbage probably was barely maybe half full.
Yeah, maybe half.
But we're like, oh, well, here's the opportunity. And so, like, in van life, one of the things, like, if it's parking spot, like good parking spots, and hey, if you're a van lifer, please leave the place better than you found it. Let's uphold those values. I think that's a good idea. I'm not trying to be preachy. It's just we do our best to not make a bad name for other people who might come along who are living the same way. And so whether it's the bathroom or garbage, and I'm sure there are other things, the name of the game is opportunity. So when you live in a house, the opportunity to use the bathroom or throw away garbage is always there. And that's why you get a house. But in van life, there's a lot of freedom to travel, but then there's less freedom of opportunity. So in van life, it's learning how to notice the opportunities and the patterns and to make good choices in relationship to those opportunities. So and then learning, like developing and learning a routine for us, we usually go to, not always, but we usually go to a coffee shop once a day. We usually go to a convenience store or go out or go to a grocery store once a day. And those are opportunities to use the bathroom, maybe to throw away some garbage, maybe to get some more water. That's another one that we look out for, is water. And because we prefer, we don't always do this, but we prefer to get water refills with our like 1 gallon jugs. And sometimes we don't do that, but looking out for those opportunities, like maybe a Safeway or a Winco, at least out west, is a place where we can get water refills for 50 cents or less. And then, so anyways, that's kind of the name of the game for certain practicalities for especially showers is another one. It's a huge one. We've been fortunate, praise Jesus, that most of the places we've been hanging out at, we had access to showers from friends or family. And we're up in Washington where we got the hookup from our friend Melissa. And but anyways, so like, but knowing that, hey, at truck stops they have showers, and we haven't used a truck stop shower, but we could if we wanted to. Some of the more mainstream, that's not the right word, but more common or like franchised or whatever truck stops like Love's will have showers, but like some of the off-brand truck stops might be cheaper. Like I know one place I went to that was $7, where I was at Love's, it's probably like $14, give or take, at least in my experience. Because before I did van life, for a short time I was a trucker myself, and I had to get it out of my system. But anyway, so this is kind of the mindset. If you're looking to get into van life, it is an adventure. It is fun. We do enjoy it. We like the coziness of it. We do aspire to get into a sticks and bricks house, but there will always be some level of traveler van life, like in our bones.
Yeah.
Waiting to get out and see new places.
But it's nice to have a place to go back to, like we don't right now.
Yeah. Well, our home is each other and Jesus, and the familiarity of the vehicle, and our routine.
Yeah.
We get a lot of comfort out of our routine, and we tend to do the same things because we're both authors. We both write. We're starting to do YouTube a bit more. We like to
Spotify?
produce. Yeah. There is a strong likelihood, actually, that this will end up on Spotify. So hello Spotify listeners. Whether or not you can see or you can just hear, but but it's a different game. Like, van life is a different game than the sticks and bricks, and
Yep.
and so it's good to learn to recognize opportunities. If we're driving around and, like, we don't want to go to sleep, it's 2 p.m, but I happen to see a place where we could sleep, of course, where we're going to leave things better than we found them, is what we strive to do. And also we're in a Toyota Sienna 2006 that looks like a soccer mom van, and it's hard to tell unless you, like, look inside the vehicle that we actually do van life in it. But then if we pass by a place where we could sleep there, it'd be a good place. Hey, it's in the shade. It's among other cars next to, like, apartments, and we're not inconveniencing other people too much. Then I'll, like, bust out Google Maps and make a pin and a note for later, and that can be done with Google Maps for sleeping spots, maybe for places to throw away garbage, for, like, all kinds of things where there's the opportunity to do the thing that is just easy to do in a house, but it's more challenging to do in van life. So, but the nice thing about van life is that, like, if you live in a house, you can't drive the house wherever you want to go. So if they change the laws, or things get weird, or you want a change of scenery, you have to go through a lot more effort, and you probably also have a mortgage going on, and so you can't just up and leave your job and all of that. Whereas, because we do food delivery and we have a bit of money invested, we don't really depend on the income from that at all. But we have a bit of money invested, and we have 3 books published, and we're cranking out more podcasts and videos and whatnot. We're gradually growing our passive income, and so we're much more location independent than most people. And so if we're not making good money in Amarillo, Texas, the money was okay. Oklahoma City was worse, at least in our experience. But we also had very limited time in both places, so that they may not be a fair assessment.
One of the places we were earlier, they closed on New Year's Day. They closed
early on. Yeah, several places in Amarillo closed early on New Year's Day, and we missed out on some deliveries, unfortunately.
And we were like, let's just keep driving.
Yeah, let's just go to the next city. But we're excited. We're excited to get out to this part of the country.
Yeah. It's like almost Swedish summer here. It's like over 10 Celsius. It's like 15, 13 something. A little chilly wind, but the sun is out. I'm like, this is like
sun is out. It's green. Yeah, which is a lot like Sweden in the summer, in the spring and summer when the snow melts off.
Yeah.
In this part of Oklahoma, in the eastern part of Oklahoma that we're on Interstate 40, going towards Arkansas. All along the highways for hundreds of miles, it is mowed. It's so nice. It's like a golf course for hundreds of miles just along the highway. And like the part of me that wants things straight and clean is just relishing this. And I'm not sure. I sort of expected it to be dirtier, but it's not dirty. It's clean. Amarillo was clean. Oklahoma City, at least what we saw, seemed to be fairly clean. So we're having fun, but we will, unless you want to talk about anything else. So we're gonna call this a wrap. Thank you so much for listening on Spotify, Google,
YouTube,
Apple, YouTube, wherever you're at. If you can, subscribe, recommend us to your friends, tap the like button. It really helps us out, and we really appreciate your time. If you have any questions for us, you have something to say?
Yeah, if you hear a buzzing sound, it's because we have a solar system with extra batteries.
Yeah. And there's semi trucks going by.
Yeah, so
it's
probably noisy, but
we apologize for the noise. We'll eventually get to the point where our audio quality will be perfect. But
yes.
But
we
thank
might
you.
need a house for that.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We have the
working on
mic,
it.
but we might need a house to.
That's true.
Keep all the noise away.
Thank you so much for your time today. If you have any questions, let us know about van life, about financial independence, marriage tips. We work on our marriage vigorously. And
we did that today.
That's a horrible word to use. I just mean we're very purposeful about developing, like we were working on our communication skills today.
Yeah.
And tears were shed. I won't say who, but no, but we love helping people.
Him.
Oh, I like you too. You're so cute. But we like helping people become successful, and spiritually, emotionally, financially, etc. So, thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.